Hey guys! So today we're going to talk about soil. Now, every single day you see soil. If you look out the window, I'm looking out the window right now and I see trees and grass and dirt. Underneath all of those things is soil. And we're going to be talking about what soil is, why it's important, what you use it for, but also what is soil made out of? What are different layers of soil? We're going to talk about all of these different types of things, including what would happen if we didn't actually have soil anymore. So let's start talking about it. And the only logical way to start talking about soil is to answer the question, what is soil? Soil is the loose material that covers most of the Earth's land. Whenever you see plants, usually underneath there's soil. If you see a house, underneath the foundation of the house, you've got soil. Soil is the Earth's ground. It is what is underneath the plants, the different layers underneath there. And a lot of plants need soil to grow. So what are the four main materials in soil? The first thing that you find in soil is rocks. Now, I'm not talking necessarily about big rocks. Sometimes the rocks in soil are really tiny bits made of minerals. What are minerals, you might ask? Minerals are solid materials that form in nature that were never alive. So these are little tiny rocks. They never came from living creatures. They just were there on the earth when God created the earth, and they might be really, really small because they've broken down over time through a process called erosion, which we are going to be talking about later on this week. Another material you might find is humus. Now, this isn't hummus, like the food that you eat. This is called humus. Humus is when plants or animals die, they begin to break down or decay. So when you see like these leaves on the ground, those leaves fall out of a tree, they're dead material, and they begin to decompose, which means they start to break down a little bit, break apart. You guys have seen maybe leaves that are on the ground looking really bright and colorful, and a couple days later, maybe they're really dark brown, they're starting to fall apart, they're breaking down, and then they go into the earth and they make nutrients. So it produces a lot of nutrients that plants need to grow. Nutrients are those things that give life. It's what plants and animals need to live. So examples of humus would be dead animals, roadkill, dead trees, dried up leaves. These are things that are on the ground giving nutrients to the ground. And that all is found in soil. Another thing you find in soil is actually air. Now this air, it fills in the little spaces between the bits of rock and humus in the soil. So you find a lot of air in between those pieces because it's not all stuck together a lot of times. You've got little molecules we talked about with matter, how solid it's really tightly packed, but sometimes it's a little bit more separate. So you have space for air to be in between the different pieces of minerals, rocks, and the humus. And another thing is water. Water fills the spaces between the bits of rocks and humus in the soil, just like air does. So you have all the water and the air kind of in between the different pieces. And the different types of soil are sand, silt, humus, loam, and clay. And in the next video, we're going to be talking about what these different pieces of, different types of soil are, what kind of goes into them, what are some of their properties or like the things that we can describe about them. We're going to be talking about that. But for now, your job is to go back and think about what are the main materials in soil and what soil is. Underneath this video, the next step that you're supposed to do is to answer some questions, a little exit ticket. Let me know that you were listening to my video and answer those questions. All right, bye, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.